In Canada, there are 3 common programs that help Canadians get out of debt. Hi, I'm Maureen Parent, a licensed insolvency trustee with Michalos and Associates. Today, I'm going to briefly explain these programs and provide some examples of when each might make sense. Non-profit credit counselors in Canada offer a debt repayment program called a Debt Management Plan, or DMP for short. With a debt management plan, you must repay everything you owe. You can't offer a debt settlement. However, your credit counselor might be able to negotiate a waiver of interest during your repayment period. What you do is you make payments to your credit counselor instead of your creditors. You can arrange to take up to 5 years to repay your debts interest-free. So when does a DMP make sense? If you have a small amount of debts and only owe a few creditors, say $2,000 on a credit card, a small loan, and maybe some old utility bills, that's a good time to do a debt management plan. If you have a lot of debt, over $10,000, a debt management plan might prove too expensive. It does not also work for student loans or monies owing to the Canada Revenue Agency. If you have too much debt to repay in full, consider a consumer proposal. This is a debt relief program available only through a licensed insolvency trustee. A consumer proposal allows you to make a settlement offer and repay less than you owe. How much you pay depends on your income and any assets you might own. Obviously, the more you make and the more you own, the more your creditors are going to expect that you're going to pay. A consumer proposal has the benefit of binding all unsecured creditors. That means even if one creditor votes no, as long as the majority agree by the dollar value of what they're owed, the dissenting creditor has to participate. It also binds creditors like the Canada Revenue Agency and can include certain student loans. The last debt relief option for Canadians is to consider filing bankruptcy. If you can't afford a consumer proposal, maybe because your income's too low or your creditors just want too much, then bankruptcy will wipe out unsecured debts. The costs are mandated by law, again based on your income and any assets you own that are not exempt. For example, if you own an old car, it's likely exempt because it's not worth a lot. I'll add some links in the notes below to more detailed videos on the pros and cons of a consumer proposal, as it's not a program a lot of Canadians are familiar with. However, it's always best to talk directly with a licensed insolvency trustee about your situation to get the best advice that will make sense for you. To learn more, visit us at hoys.com.